We are picking up where we left off yesterday, and once again this is one of those jobs that's a lot easier to explain as I take it apart. So the challenge here was to be able to get nice even pressure on that pickguard without damaging or cracking the top. So what I have here is a thick plexiglass. Underneath that plexiglass, this is the same stuff I send out in the fretting kits. It's like a vinyl and foam pad. So that kind of flexes right to the outside edge and follows any irregularities. The 1/4 inch thick plexiglass is very stiff. There's no flex in that. But that little bit of flex in the foam and vinyl pad was enough to guarantee sort of 100% contact while that glue's set. So a big part of this challenge is sort of working through the sound hole. Now this piece of high density foam, this skipped over all the braces, and this backer plate, which is 5/8 inch plywood, was double-sided taped to this to hold it all together. I had to put this in first because there wasn't enough depth to get them in together. Put this in first and lay it on the back and then press this into place. And then I was able to sandwich that pickguard without damaging the top or any of the braces. So let me show you how I got the pattern and the trajectory for all those braces to make this high density foam caul. That was my first step. So it's Play-Doh. That's $5 worth of Play-Doh. So I fed that in, pressed that up against the top braces. That gave me the placement and trajectory of all the braces. So I traced that onto the foam, cut out the foam. Once that was done, then like I said, I had that backed up with a 5/8 inch plywood. I could put quite a bit of pressure on that without endangering the top. That thin pickguard was sandwiched between this very stiff 1/4 inch plexiglass with the flexible foam and vinyl underneath. And then the high density foam pushed up firmly but gently against the top to sandwich that pickguard into place. Now the other thing, the beauty of hide glue, is there's a little bit of squeeze here and a little bit over here, but the nice thing is with hot water I can just wash that right up. I have that original bridge in place marking the original footprint of the bridge on the top. And if you think back earlier in the video, because the neck set was wrong at the factory, they shaved the bridge down to almost nothing. Now that we have reset the neck and got it to where it should be, this will be the replacement bridge. You can see the difference in depth. This is like barely 1/8 of an inch, and that is just a full thickness bridge. So that'll be glued on after the finish is sprayed. So now we're going to do the sort of final sand of the top around the edge where I filled in where the color was missing when the crumbling binding came off. And then we'll be ready to stain those sides and clear coat the whole thing.